Hello everybody and welcome to Tabletop Simulator. This is Dr. Obsidia. We are playing The Hunters. It is currently 1940. Last time we left off, we had just encountered a convoy and we had sunk a tanker that totaled 8,100 tons. Unfortunately, when we returned to port, we were passed up for promotion, and that was actually due in no direct, or completely and directly due to our failed patrols, our gyro compass that went out, and also the patrol where we never found anything. So as a result, we were passed over for promotion this time around. Not totally unexpected, considering our luck. However, hopefully in the next year coming up, our luck will change. So let's see how we do as we start the next year. We are not getting any special favors as we ask for our mission to be selected by us. They will not do that. So we are rolling on the chart here since it is October 1940. For our next mission, we are heading to the British Isles one more time. We do need to harass that British shipping, as you know. Alright, transiting into the Bay of Biscay. Hopefully we don't run into any aircraft as we have seen in the past. 7 is safe enough. We will continue on to transit. A little bit deeper water, a little bit safer, a little bit more open. And an aircraft. Geez, you know, we keep coming across these guys for some reason. We just have all the terrible luck. Alright, well, we have had good luck with crash dives. But this could be the time that our luck runs out. It is currently 1940. There is no other benefits here. We just need to roll a 6 or more. Oh, that was close. Dive! Get underwater. Alright, so we have no air attack. Yet again, we are living, luckily, in those transits. Always scary to run that. I know that you guys are probably wondering what happens when the aircraft hit us, and I'm going to tell you what happens. They tend to sink us. They don't like us, and that's not something we want to encounter. Alright, British Isles it is. Hopefully we're going to get a little luckier here. 9. A 9 is nothing, of course. We're going to be continuing our patrol. Give us something to sink. Come on now. A 10. Hey, look at that. We've come up on another convoy. This is good. This is giving us lots of targets. And we're going to need to determine what those are. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this and paste it to determine what these ships are. Let's roll these guys. And there's our rolls. We have 2 large freighters, a small freighter, and a tanker. And also, I'm going to roll the small freighter to see our time of day as well. Daytime, so that's not necessarily a good thing. We could go for night. We're definitely going to submerge here. Alright, so we do need to determine the small freighter. I'm going to put them down here. The 2 large freighters. And the tanker as well that need to be rolled. 8. And I'm going to go ahead and write those in here as we roll them, so I'll let you see them roll. First, we're going to roll for the small freighter. Actually, you know what? Let's submerge. Let's get the submersion sounds going here. There we go. Now we're underwater. That's a little bit more quiet, right? Daytime underwater, watching with our periscope, checking out what we can see here. We do see these 4 ships. All right, let's see what they are. I'm going to start with the small freighter first, and I'm going to go ahead and type this into our targeting place here. So 54 is the 3200 Hatasu, and I'm going to write that in on the side here. 34 or 3200, right? 3200. Thanks for telling me. I heard you screaming through the monitor. No, what are you doing? Are you some kind of special person that doesn't understand numbers? And it's one of those days, you know. All right. The large freighter here is a 78, and the 78 is the 8400 Port Nicholson. We have seen that before, and we have taken a shot at it, and we didn't hit it. So now it is probably being re-encountered here a little bit later. So we're going to get another shot at this guy. Okay, the next one is 27. 27 is the 7500 Ville des Monts. Pronounced that terribly enough. 7500 Ville des Monts. Okay. And now for the tanker, a 6. A 6 is the 1100 ton Arne Kode? I'm not sure. 1100 tons. That is an attractive target. That is a very attractive target. All right, so I'm going to bounce you over here and see. I have entered those different targets in, and we see the way they are laid out there. One of the problems that we do have now, let me bring these all up. One of the problems that we do have right now is the fact that I have loaded all steam torpedoes. And the electric torpedoes are still going to be a little bit better now because the July and December, they don't have as many duds anymore. So that's the good news. Bad news is, of course, at medium range, we still get a penalty. But by firing electric torpedoes, we don't have the problem of this +1 for detection. So this is one of the reasons we would like to use electric torpedoes during the day. Now we could try to follow. If we follow, we could switch this to night. We don't have to engage in the daytime. If we would like, we could switch it to the night ruling here. And that would be... if we would like to change it, let's see if I can follow that here. Following. Yeah, we would follow them and try to re-encounter them at a different time of day. And let me see if I can locate that for you. Okay, and here you can see if we wanted to switch to night, we would potentially lose our target. On a 1 to 4, we would successfully switch to night. On a 5 and 6, we would lose our target. And because we are in the British Isles and finding a convoy is very tempting, especially an 1,100 ton freight or tanker. That's worth almost 2 ships right there, ship and a half at least compared to what we've been seeing before. We're going to take some shots even in the daytime. Now, if we take long-range shots here, we would get a +2 with our G7Es, but not our steam torpedoes. Our steam torpedoes are not going to give us that problem. However, it is going to be hard to hit with our steam torpedoes. So I think we're going to be firing from medium range submerged. We're going to stay submerged. We're firing from medium range here, which we fired last time. I think I rolled last time on the wrong table. I rolled on the close range. Sorry about that. Should have rolled on the medium range there, unfortunately. But I think all of them were pretty clear hits when they did actually hit, if I recall. All right, so we're firing from medium range. We need to disperse our torpedoes out here. I'm going to fire all of them, of course. And let's see, we're going to probably fire 3 of them at that tanker, because we would definitely like to see him go under. Now that tanker is over 1,100 tons. We need to do 4 damage to that. So I think 3 torpedoes should be enough to sink that. Of course, they get a couple duds and a bad hit. It's not going to go down. The other problem we have here is these large freighters. Both of these are pretty major. They need to be sunk. So I think we're going to take a single shot out here at this small freighter, the 3,200 ton small freighter, because we only need to do 2 damage to sink it, and the steam torpedo has a fair chance to do 2 damage, 50% chance to do 2 damage. That's a 50% chance to sink it. If we hit and we need to do 3 damage, we're going to need to do a 1 or 2 to sink one of these large freighters. And I would usually spread out the love here, but we're focusing everything on that tanker to see if we get him. Right. So because we are at medium range, we have to roll in the medium range table, 7 or less to hit. This is not any things here that we have to worry about, so it's a just straight up 7 or less roll. So let's go ahead and quietly, as quietly as possible, fire these torpedoes. Hey. All right, there they go. Fish in the water. This one's going after the small freighter there. Let's see if we get any luck with that. 9 is not going to be a hit. That is going to be a complete miss there. That torpedo just whiffed. We still do have 3 torpedoes after that tanker, which we would love to get hits on him. Okay, let's see how we do with those. There's a hit. That one will hit. Let's see if it's a dud. It is not. Alright, so let's see what kind of damage that does. That big guy. 4 is only going to do 1 damage. We're going to knock him down one. Actually, we'll bring him down here where these guys are supposed to be. So, let's see. It'll only do 1 damage, so we'll bring that tanker up here. Alright, so we will get a hit on him. Let's fire another torpedo at him. And that is a 7. That is going to be a hit as well, just barely a hit. We're going to roll that. Don't be a dud, please. That is also a hit. And the damage. A 2. That is pretty good, I think. That is 3 damage. That is a pretty big hit right there. So we got 3 damage to this guy. 1, 2, 3, and that tanker is going under. We now have an 1,100-ton tanker sent to the bottom. And that is wonderful. Alright. See, I have... oops. There we go. Sunk him there. Now, if you do pursue, you don't have a lot of space here to add in more. You can add 4 more in, but if you need to add more, you could probably just erase these guys, because you don't really need them. If you really wanted more space, you could insert more. I would just erase some of the ones you encountered. It's not really a big deal if you just erase some of them. If you really wanted to, you could put them down below, but I think that might mark it as an unsuccessful patrol or something. But you could add them into the refit area there, if you maybe that would work. Okay, so we have sunk him. Our last torpedo is not needed because it just hits a sinking ship or misses. Doesn't matter. We are going to have to try to evade this detection that is coming after us next. Whoops, got to change this over for me. Thanks for yelling at me there. Yeah, so we need to try to evade the detection here, because the escort will be coming after us next. Alright, moving over to the escort detection chart. 8 or less to detect us. Now, we have fired G7 torpedoes in the daytime, so that will give them a +1. Nothing else is here. However, we could exceed our test depth if we would like to balance that out. And I think we're going to go ahead and dive deep. Now, that's going to give us a hull damage, and we would roll on this. And if it's equal to, I believe if the equal to or, actually that would give us an extra month of refit. Maybe we'll just try it. We'll try to ride this one out, I think. We'll only exceed our test depth if we're getting in some big trouble here. I think we don't want to take the extra month of refit if we don't have to. Alright, so he gets a +1 to try to detect us. Low numbers. Hey, they didn't find us. Haha! Excellent! Alright. Let's reload our torpedoes here. And we're going to try to, of course we're going to try to follow. We're going to reload our torpedoes. Let's put the G7Es in. And, well, let's load them up. Let's load them up. And we'll put a steam in there, of course. And we're going to attempt to follow. So when you attempt to follow, you roll a D4, or D6. And if you roll a 1D4, you successfully follow them. And we didn't. We lost the convoy again. Oh, well. What are you gonna do, right? Well, it's still success. We still sunk somebody. And we're still exploring here. So we're gonna surface here, or surface the boat, and continue on our merry way, and see if we can't come up with something else to hit. Alright, moving on to the next square here. It's unfortunate we haven't been able to keep up with these convoys. We do have a slower boat, so that is part of the excuse, I guess. Let's roll in the British Isles again. Maybe we'll come up against something else. 6. A 6 is a ship and an escort, so they do have an escort there. I've left the escort up there. Let's see what we're coming up against here. It is a large freighter, and we are encountering them. Let's see if it's day or night. Looks like daytime again. So daytime, large freighter. Let's bring the large freighter down here and roll on the table. I think we're definitely going to take some shots at this guy. 72 on the large freighter. That is a 10,000-ton Jaegerfontein. I don't know. All right. 10,000 tons. I'm going to put it on the sheet here. I'm not going to pull you over there to look at it, but we will add him in here. All right. 10,000 tons. Greater than or equal to 10,000 tons. We need to do 4 damage to this guy. And it's daytime, and we're going to, of course, we have to submerge the boat. So we're going to go under and close in. All right, we are now under the sea, closing in on this large freighter. Let's pop him down here. He is our first target and our only target. We do have the trained escort. They're keeping an eye out, looking for submarines. So we're going to want to try to engage. Now, if we go to close range, we do risk being detected here. See, so it says here, if day, you can try to switch to night, but we're not going to do that. At short range, they have to check for detection. 10 plus, roll 2d6, 10 plus equals detected. If not detected at short range or not using short range, continue to step 5. We're not going to mess with that escort. I don't want to take a chance with it. We have plenty of torpedoes to fire at this thing right now. And, whoops, he should be down here, shouldn't he? We're going to go ahead and just take some shots at him with our electric torpedoes here. We're going to fire all 3 of our electric torpedoes in the daytime. And that will hopefully get us a chance to hit him. Electric torpedoes are not quite as reliable. Medium range, they get a +1. But as far as that goes, we have no problem with the duds compared to the steams anymore. So they are quite getting more reliable, although they're not quite as effective, not quite as accurate at this longer range. Let's go ahead and see how we do with 3 torpedoes on this thing and see if we can't land some hits at medium range. 7 plus, but we get a +1, so it's going to be a 6 plus to hit him. So I'm going to go ahead and fire. Alright, so first torpedo is away. Give us a good hit. That is a miss. Second torpedo. That is a 6, so that will be a hit. So let's see if it's a dud. No duds, no duds. No dud. Okay, very good. That is a hit. Let's see the damage here. Big damage, big damage. A 6 is not big damage. A 6 is, it's still a hit, but it's not very big damage. 1 damage to him. And the final torpedo, let's see what that does here. It's a miss. 8 or more is a miss. We just rolled a 10. So we have 3 misses there. Or 2 misses and 1 hit. So he is damaged. That's the good news. When you damage him, it's not too bad. We can keep him... we can stay with him now. He's a little bit slower, and we can actually stay with him. But we do have to deal with our old buddy trying to find us. 8 or less to stay undetected. We are at medium range, so we have not done any of these things. We have not entered into 1941, where they don't get additional tech or anything. We have not fired G7 torpedoes, and we were not previously detected in the past. We've been lucky so far. Let's see if we can hold out. 9 is going to be we are detected. So he does know where we are. He has found us, and now we need to roll on the escort chart, as we are now going to be depth charged. Oh, it was a 3. It would have been nice. 6 is only 1 hit, so we are getting 1 incoming hit right now. Here I got a hit sound here. Are we going to be hit? And we're going to be rolling to see where that damage goes exactly. And this is the 10s, so that is a 14. 14 is... Oh, it hit our periscope! It hit our periscope. Okay. A damaged periscope. That's never a good thing. Okay, let's see. And we can see up here our damaged periscope. Right here. Cannot make submerged attacks. Following combat, we have to attempt to repair it. The good news is, there's a pretty good chance we can fix this when we get out of combat. But unfortunately, if it's inoperable, we can't make these submerged attacks anymore, which means we can't sink this guy. Because he's got an escort. Unless we get the daytime, we can shoot from the surface, or nighttime, we can shoot from the surface. Alright, well, he's not done yet. We've suffered 1 hit to our periscope. That was a little bit of a high depth charge that hit us. He has detected us now. So now he will get a +1 to this, where the previously detected. He gets a +1 to this roll. Come on. Oh, 12 or more. The attack gets a +1 as well, to the DRM, which is a DRM, I believe. dice roll modifier is what I believe it is. DRM. Alright, so he gets a +1 to this dice roll modifier right here. Okay, so here, yeah, roll 12 plus on detection. So he got us. He knows right where we are. We're going to be depth charged yet again. 7, that's 2 hits. But he does get a +1, so that is 3 hits, I believe. That 7 will go to an 8. Nope, nope, stays at a 2 hits. Alright. Don't have any of these other penalties right now. So we do get 2 hits, so we have 2 incoming hits. First hit. Will be to 24, our flak gun. So we take damage to our flak gun. Okay, and the next hit here is 35. Ah, it's a hull hit. That's never a good thing. We don't like to see hull hits. That hurts a bit. Okay, and then there's no more hits left. Okay, so he still gets a +1 to try to detect us as he continues to search for us. And we are trying to evade. A 6, but he gets a 7, so I think we are undetected. Yeah, we did not go ahead and exceed the TEP desk, which we probably could have done, but we're not going to take that chance. So we have avoided detection. So he is drifting off. Now, we're going to reload our torpedo tubes here at the end of the round. Okay, so we have finished this run here, and we're going to try to follow. And following is going to be automatic, but of course we're going to hang way back and try to repair. So here's the following. It says, if you want to see, I'll do the pop out here. Maybe you can see that just a little bit better. If any ships have been damaged, the following is automatic. Roll a d6 if there is only 1 damaged ship to follow, instead of following the convoy. On a roll of 1 to 4, it remains under escort. On a roll of 5 6, unescorted. And this is the convoy. When following more than 1 damaged ship, okay, we're only following 1. On a 5 or 6, the damaged ship becomes unescorted, straggler, and separated from one other. In all cases, undamaged ships in the original encounter are no longer present. So this is only 1 ship, and he has his escort. So if we're following him, I don't think the escort would bother to leave him behind, because he's the only one that he's charged with escorting. So as far as I know, this is only effective instead of a convoy. It says here, when attempting to follow a ship or convoy, on a roll a d6. We need to try to re-engage it, but of course we automatically do that, so we can follow it, and we will try to. We drift off, and we're of course going to try to repair our periscope because that is critical. So let's go ahead and check that. We do need to repair our flat cannon as well. Flat guns. Here's our flat gun. So we're going to roll the flat gun first. 1 to 2 to repair it, and it is a 2, so we can fix the minor damage that was done to the flat gun. Now our periscope is much more critical. And we cannot repair it. Our periscope is inoperable, so we cannot use it. But we have re-encountered the enemy, so we might be able to do a surface attack. So let's see if we can switch to night. Well, first it's a day, so we're going to try to switch to night. And we may lose the target because we're continuing to follow them for a long period of time. But we have successfully switched to night. That's that next roll. So we are now night. So we can engage from the surface. We're gonna, of course, we're gonna engage from the surface here. So let's go ahead and surface the boat, although it would have been surfaced by now. All right. We have steam torpedoes, only 2 left. So we're gonna fire these 2. And I believe, let's see, if we fire, we could do a second salvo. I think we're going to go ahead and fire our aft torpedo as well. So we're going to do a night surface attack, which gives us a -1, but we're going to fire our aft torpedo as well. We're going to do a radical maneuver to fire that. We're going to try to take this guy down with 3 torpedoes. We are, after all, on the last part of our journey here. So we're going to take a shot at him and see if we can't get him. Okay, alright. Closing in on them on this damaged ship and taking some shots here to see if we can't get him. So let's send the torpedoes out. Medium range. Three steam torpedoes in the water at night. +1 for the second salvo. And if you want to read about the second salvo factor, it says here, only possible as a night surface attack or unescorted surface attack. So we have basically shot our front and whipped around from behind and shot the back as well. So +1 to the shot, but also -1 because it is a night surface attack. So we just need to roll a 7 or less to hit. And there is one hit with our torpedo. Is it a dud? It is a dud. Okay, next shot. That is a 9. That will not hit. And the final shot. Come on now. There is a hit. Is it a dud? It is not. That one will hit. Alright, we could use some big damage here. And the damage. 3 is 2 damage. 1, 2. We still did not take him down. He's hurt pretty bad, but that did not kill him. Alright, now we're going to have to dive as we slip beneath the waves, and the escort will be trying to detect us. Alright, here comes our buddy the escort. He has previously detected us in previous rounds, so I believe he still gets his previously detected bonus. He knows we're out there, he's hyper vigilant. He knows that this is coming. This was a night surface attack, but it's not 1941. We fired forward and aft, so he gets a +1 for previously detected, a +1 for the night surface attack as well. So he gets a +2 to this roll. And he gets a +2, so that'll be a 10, so we are detected yet again. And here comes the depth charge run. 3, ineffective. Night surface attack, first round only. He gets a +1 because we just slipped beneath the waves as he kind of detected us. He saw us. He raced over to us. Maybe he saw the saw us against the moonlight or something, and he races over to get us. So he did get 1 hit on us, just 1 hit. All right, see how bad this hit's gonna be here. 61 is our hydrophones. Oh boy. Alright, so our hydrophones take a hit. There's our damaged hydrophones. And we'll take a look and see what that is. We cannot take proper evasive action. Apply +1 modifier to the escort attack. That's bad. That means he gets a +1 to his attack roll here when he rolls to this part right here. So that was 1 hit. Hydrophones damaged. We cannot tell where he is anymore. A 7, but he gets a +2. Night surface. Oh, only for the first round, I believe. Oh, okay. So previously detected +1. So he's going to see us anyway. He gets a +1 to this roll here now. Our hydrophones are out. A 6, and he gets 7. So we got 2 hits incoming. I should mark this here. 2 hits incoming. So we'll move this up and say the first hit. It's going to be 43. That is flooding. That is a bad thing. Flooding. Alright, and then the second hit is 62. 62 is our aft door, torpedo door. That's the only one we have left to try to sink this guy. Alright, if that's the way you want to be. Our aft door torpedo tube is now damaged. He has injured us quite badly in that attack, I think. That was not good. Alright. He is going to continue to hunt us. Still gets a +2. Previously detected. Shot. Oh, no, he only gets a +1 this time because the forward and aft is done. So he only gets a +1. And that is going to detect us yet again. This next one roll gets a +1. 9, 10, 3 incoming hits. 3 incoming hits now. To our sub, we are starting to be in a little bit of trouble here. 11, that is our batteries. Oh boy. Batteries are not something that we want to see hit. Batteries are now damaged. I'm going to go ahead and check and see what that does. This is the next round, so we do need to roll for flooding because that was the last round we took flooding. So this round we might take more flooding, but we did stop it. If it was a 5 or 6, we would have taken more flooding. Our batteries, here we go. No immediate effect. Start next round of combat. Starting next round of combat. +1 during escort attack. So next round he's going to get another +1 during the attack phase there. And that means that we're having trouble keeping our boat moving underwater because our batteries are damaged. So he's more easily able to land hits on us since we can't maneuver nearly as well. Oh, that's not good. All right. Yeah, we took 3 hits. That was the first hit. Next hit here. There's 2 left to resolve. 25 is our second diesel engine. Oh, he's tearing us up, isn't he? We don't want to lose our diesel engines. Where's our engine here? Second diesel engine just took a hit. Yeah, that's bad. Okay, so our engines, if one diesel engine is out, the U-boat aborts the patrol after the combat. Roll twice per encounter box because it takes longer for us to get home. If both engines are out, the ship is scuttled if more than one travel box out from home, and that's bad. So if we lose our other engine, we are going to be out of luck here. We're going to be retired. So that was 2 hits. Next hit. That is a 13, which is a crew injury. Roll on the crew injury table here. 5 would be our doctor. And our doctor is here on the severity. Our doctor is severely wounded. Ship's doctor is severely wounded. Here it says all severely wounded crew become KIA. After each travel box, roll a 1d6. And it says 1d6 4 to 6. So he's unable to keep people alive if people are injured. So after each travel box, we have to roll to see if they die. And here it says crew member with severe wound or killed in action cannot perform their duty. So he's basically laid up. He cannot even treat anybody that gets injured anymore. And that was the last hit, I believe. So we did take 3. We took 1 to the aft torpedo tubes, 1 to the engine, and 1 to our doctor. All right. This is bad. +1 to detection. And he detected us yet again. So now our batteries are damaged and our hydrophones are out. They get a +2 to this roll. Things are getting a little bit dangerous now. A 6, that is an 8. 2 more hits incoming. This guy is relentless. All right, let's see where these are going. He did not like us following him. 35. We're starting to get a little bit dangerous here. That is a hull hit. Okay. We got 1 more to resolve. 41 is another hull hit. Okay. And we are done with that round as well. Okay, so we're moving on to the next round. He still gets a +1 to this roll. And that's an 11. We are still detected. He will be dropping more death charges on us. He gets a +2 to this roll. This is dangerous. That's a 6, so we only get 1 hit, +2. I mean, if we roll a 10, we're okay. But if we roll an 11, we are dead. He's blowing us apart right now because we can't evade him. 1 incoming hit. Right there. A 15. A 15 hit our dive planes. Oh no! Our dive planes. Okay, here's our damaged dive planes. Okay, so damage to the dive planes. Our submarine's starting to look pretty messed up, isn't it? Damage to the dive planes. Apply a +1 modifier to the escort detection and a -1 to aircraft encounter. So now he gets a +2 here. And if you need to kind of keep track of that, you could just grab a couple tokens or something and put them over there if you wanted to. For example, you could put the torpedoes there if you wanted to keep track of that. How many pluses he gets. He gets a +2, and here he's getting a +2 as well. Now, +1 for that, and +1 because our dive planes are now out. Alright, you're gonna... We are taking a lot of hits right now. We're kind of having a lot of trouble. I think we're going to go ahead and exceed our test depth, which could risk the ship being destroyed. So if we're going to exceed our test depth, see if I can find that here. Pop this open for you. Okay. Where is this at? Here we go. A risky proposition. We're going to go deep. We're going to try to get away from this guy finally. If the roll is... so we do take a hull damage, so we're going to go ahead and take a hull damage, which will put us into the 2-month refit, but I think we're already looking at some pretty serious refit problems right now. And then we need to roll 2d6. So here's our 2d6 roll. It's a 6. So if the roll is equal, we roll again. If it's greater, we take then the number of damage hull. There's no effect, and we get the -1 to get the escape condition. So have taken some extra damage, but he does get a -1 to this, so we can remove that, okay, for the next combat here. So he's gonna continue to try to search for us. Our ship is having a lot of trouble now underwater getting away from this thing. +1 to this roll. Ah! It's an 11. If it wasn't, it would have been a 12. He would have got another plus to hit us. So, I mean, the exceeding the test depth, yes, kind of helped. Kind of. All right, he gets a +2 this roll. This could be bad, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not get a high roll here. Okay, so a 6. He gets 1 hit on us again. We're not going to exceed the test depth again. 52. Damage to the hull. Ooh, we are getting in a lot of trouble right now. He is getting some big hits on us. This is bad. We are starting to take some damage, some serious damage to our ship. It's not sounding very good. We have exceeded our test depth once, but we cannot do it again. We cannot risk the ship. Okay, come on. He gets a +2 to this roll. We need a low roll. Come on, give us a break. Nope, he's gonna be relentless. He's coming after us one more time. He rolled a 7, 8, 9, so that's 3 incoming hits. First hit here is to 61, our hydrophones, and we cannot, this is, damage that cannot be applied are ignored, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. We're having some trouble on our ship, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the noise. Rolling again for the second hit here. Whoops, no, here, rolling for the second hit here. 55. 55 is the hull again. Uh-oh. This is bad. This is very, very bad. And the final hit. A 32 is minor damage, and minor damage is basically nothing happens. Alright, so we do have a chance to escape one more time. Our ship is damaged very severely. We are in a lot of trouble right now. Let's see a good roll. 7 is not going to avoid detection. He has detected us. He gets a +2 to this roll. He rolled an 11. That is the end of our journey. We have been hit. Again, this is a very serious damage to our ship. We never are able to surface, and our ship, as you can see, gets a +2. That would be 13. 13 or more, our U-boat is sunk. The U-35 is lost at sea. Did some damage to the freighter there. ship is now going under. We were unable to manage an escape, even though we tried to maneuver the best we could. Our final tally, even though we were sunk, was only 46,100 tons of damage. Sunk, and we were lost at sea. So we would like to see how well we did, and it says here, determining victory. You total up the ships sunk during your career, and then, of course, your victory level and performance as U-boat captain can be determined below. 0 to less than 50,000 tons, or your U-boat is captured due to unsuccessful scuttle attempt. You are disgraced to the Kriegsmarine, your family, and yourself. If you survive, we have not. If your U-boat was captured, it was not. We are just lost at sea. We had a short career. We were destroyed. Oops, I'm sorry to bring that over here. Let's see. I'll pop that up again for you here. Yeah, we were lost at sea. We had the defeat condition. So, unfortunately, we were unable to sink the last 10,000 tonner. If we had actually sunk that, we would have moved up into the draw. We would have fulfilled our obligations. But instead, we are a disgrace because of that unrelenting destroyer that just would not leave us alone and just completely wrecked us during the situation with the last large freighter. If only one of our torpedoes would have landed a bigger hit, it would have been better. We had some pretty poor luck with our Type 7A, but I do want to thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed the episodes. We did live for just slightly over a year with our subpar submarine. If we had survived a little longer, just another couple months, we would have been awarded the Type 7C, but we did not live to see it. All hands were lost at sea. Our submarine disappeared beneath the waves, never to be seen again. And unfortunately, it is pretty similar to what happened with many of the U-boats in World War II. And recently they have been doing some searches for U-boats, and they have found quite a few of them. You can see that on things like the Discovery Channel or even YouTube to see some of the ones that they found. And although we may never agree with what Germany did during World War II, it is kind of fun to consider the tactical nature of the war games and so on, what if scenarios and so forth. So thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed the Hunters. You can pick it up. I picked mine up on Amazon. I don't think it's available right now as of the making of this video on Amazon, but there are other locations where you can pick it up. Keep an eye out for it. It is a great thing to have in your library. It does have optional rules. You do have some rules for evasion and things to try to help you get away, so don't think you're just completely at a loss there. There is options for other rules, variable aircraft, convoy penetration rules, resupply at sea, evasive maneuvers, and even better aircraft and things to make it even harder for yourself. Wolf packs and so on. And there is rules for a 2-player game, which I've never done. So you might want to try something like that as well. Maybe you can see if that's any good. Let me know in the comment section if you've tried it, or how your U-boat fares in the dangerous waters of the British Isles where I lost U-35. Thanks for joining. Have a great day. See you in the next episode. Take care.